My fault, y'all. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Let's get my situation squared away on this beautiful Sunday. I'll play a little tune or something like that. Just while we get the last few things together. You know what I mean? Yeah. Peace, 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 peace. I'm Rami Salamel. Thank you for joining. Got my little young meanery. Let's get that in the view. Let's get that in the view. Get that in the view. Yeah, get that for you. Get my little. Get that in there too. Yeah, there we go. One second. Instead of hate, and he stood on 5 principles. It was love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. And no disrespect to the 6th guy. Got him. But this man here, he was rolling with them 7s. You know it. I know it. Hey, he was rolling with them 7s. He was rolling with them 7s. Now we rolling with them 7s. Yeah, we rolling with the 7s. Put them 7, 7, 7, 7. If you rolling with the 7s. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Hey. Now. Noble Drew Ali, that was his name. To help us know ourselves, that's why he came. Yeah, I used to be so angry, spitting flame. But once I seen the light, that is when it changed. Once you know the truth, it change your eyes. You can see our people for we are, not the lies. Now I understand why they try and keep us lost. Our ancestors break when they really hit the sauce. They gave her the knowledge, her the culture to the world. They trying to make us slaves, and try and keep it there. Without even knowing, making gold out of dirt. We always showing love, that's probably why it hurt. My people wanna chill, my people want serenity. And it seems like you want some more enemies. We all about love, we all about peace. Throw them 7s up when you see us in the streets. All right, let me share this out real quick. We're gonna get started on the class today. You're live. That's right. We are live, and we're gonna be reading from chapter 8. I'm gonna drop the link in there in a second. Chapter 8. Boom. Boom. Bam. Like deer. Boom. Like that deer. What's up, man? Something to eat? In a little bit, okay? Get your notes out. We are going to be reading chapter 8. Boom. And actually, I want to highlight a couple words before we even get to the chapter. And I'm going to give them to you real nonchalantly. I'm telling you now, and I'm setting you up. I'm going to give them to you real nonchalantly. And then after we read them, after we read the chapter,
the words is gonna hit a little different, and it's magical. You know, one of the words is honor, just real. You know what I mean? And SZA, you know, SZA got this song hit different. Just side note, love the song. So we got honor, we got steal. Those are two words, and then there's one other one, honor, steal, and harm. That's it. Honor, steal, and harm. And steal is STIL, harm HARM, and honor HONOR. You know, real simple. Steal, honor, harm. Right? Nothing major. No sophisticated words. No big super. You know what I mean? Real simple. But I'm just giving it to you now. Giving it to you right now. So then when we get to this chapter, we're gonna read through the chapter. We're gonna highlight the people in the chapter, locations in the chapter, words we don't know, words that are important. And then we're going to check some of the words out, and then we're going to read back through it one more time. This is one of my favorite chapters, by the way. It's just really deep. So let's get to it. Chapter 8. Boom. Jesus reveals to the people of their sinful ways. In all of the cities of Orissa, Jesus taught. At Katak, by the riverside, he taught, and thousands of people followed him. Oh, real quick. This is just a side note. If you've been watching these or you're going to watch them in the future, and you hear me speaking about Jesus, and you are of the belief, oh, well, you know, Jay didn't even exist back then, so Jesus wasn't real. I understand what you're saying, but understand Jesus is just another name for this person. His name, Isa in the East. That's what he was called. Isa, ISA. It's in the Quran and in a lot of Indian texts and a whole bunch of stuff. But it's just, Jesus, just think of it as a nickname. The same way you would think of Jay-Z. Jay-Z is not his actual name. Hove is not his actual name. Sean Carter is his, you know, the name he was given. But Jay-Z is the same person. So if anybody is hearing this and thinking, oh, well, Jesus didn't, relax. Okay, let's get back to it. In all the cities of Orissa, Jesus taught. At Katak, by the riverside, he taught, and thousands of people followed him. One day, a car of Jagannath was hauled along by scores of frenzied men, and Jesus said, behold, a form without a spirit passes by, a body with no soul, a temple with no altar fires. This car of Krishna is an empty thing, for Krishna is not there. This car is but an idol of a people drunk on wine of carnal things. Bugatti, you know? Allah lives not in the noise of tongues. There is no way to him from any idol shrine. Allah's meeting place with man is in the heart, and in a still, small voice he speaks, and he who hears is still. And all the people said, teach us to know the Holy One who speaks within the heart, Allah of the still, small voice. And Jesus said, the holy breath cannot be seen with mortal eyes, nor can men see the spirit of the Holy One. But in their image man was made, and he who looks into the face of man looks at the image of Allah, who speaks within. And when man honors man, he honors Allah. And what man does for man, he does for Allah. And you must bear in mind that when man harms in thought or word or deed another man, he does a wrong to Allah. If you would serve Allah who speaks within the heart, just serve your near of kin, those who are no kin, the stranger at your gates, bless you, the foe who seeks to do you harm. Assist the poor and help the weak. Do harm to none, and covet not what is not yours. Then, with your tongue, the Holy One will speak, and he will smile behind your tears, will light your countenance with joy, and fill your hearts with peace. And then the people asked, to whom shall we bring gifts? Where shall we offer sacrifice? And Jesus said, Our Father, Allah, ask not for needless waste of plant, of grain, of dove, of lamb. That which you burn on any shrine you throw away. No blessing can attend the one who takes the food from hungry mouths to be destroyed by fire. When you would offer sacrifice unto Allah, just take your gift of grain or meat and lay it on the table of the poor. From it, an incense will arise to heaven, which will return to you with blessedness. Tear down your idols, they can hear you not. Turn all your sacrificial altars into fuel for the flames. Make human hearts your altars, and burn your sacrifices with the fire of love. And all the people were entranced, and would have Jesus as a God. But Jesus said, oh my goodness. All the people, now remember, it was thousands of people listening and following, and all the people were entranced and would have Jesus as a God. And Jesus said, I am your brother, man, just come to show you the way to Allah. You shall not worship man. Praise Allah, the Holy One. Come on, man. Talk to him, Jesus. Talk to him, man. Let me get some water, man. Goodness gracious. Tight for you, G. All right. Yeah, I see it.
You're obsessed.
Yeah. Just have some dry stuff right now.
Ganadas.
How you know about the nada?
Daddy.
What you know about the nada? Huh?
There's literally a Spanish teacher.
Huh?
There's a teacher that speaks fluently Spanish as their PE
Oh, okay.
teacher.
¿Cómo estás?
Huh?
Huh? Yeah. I don't know. I can't remember Spanish. I'm sorry. Let me get focused. Let me focus.
Buenos dias.
Muy bien. We finished the chapter, man. Sorry, this chapter is different, man. Oh man, oh wow. Wow. I didn't see these messages. Yeah, I would like to show these messages. I would like to show these messages. Wow, before I continue. Jesus didn't speak out no Dharm 7 Circle Quran. Who wrote your Circle 7 Quran? This is a person called Dark Sun Bey. To hell with, I'm not going to say the word, effing Islam and that darn sand nigga religion. You niggas is a bunch of sand nigga wannabes. Oh, man. I apologize. This is the Holy Quran of the Moorish Temple of America. It's divinely prepared by the noble prophet, Ju Ali, by the guiding of his father God Allah, the great God of the universe, to redeem man from his sinful and fallen stage of humanity back to the highest plane of life with his father God Allah. His father God Allah. So this pamphlet, this Quran here, The reasons these lessons have not been known is because the Muslims of India, Egypt, and Palestine had these secrets and kept them back from the outside world. And when the time appointed by Allah, they loosened the keys and freed these secrets. And for the first time in ages have these secrets been delivered in the hands of the Muslims of America. So these lessons were delivered by Ali. They were divinely prepared by Ali. He didn't necessarily author these lessons. They came from the Muslims in the East, in India, Egypt, and Palestine. And funny that you were mentioning that right there. We'll get back to the lesson. Let's get into the characters mentioned and then the location, because the location is important in this chapter. So characters. We got Jesus in there. You know we got Jesus. You know we got Allah in there. Let's see. Who else do we have? Anybody else mentioned? Jesus, Allah. No. I mean, there's other people, but no other body, and no anyone else specific. Jesus, Allah, and the people. We'll put Jesus, Allah, and the people. And the people for the characters. Locations. Locations is important. All the cities of Orissa. So put Orissa, and then quotations, parentheses, all the cities. Akatak, the Riverside, put that in there. Jagannath, and that's Jaguanath, Jagau, Junath. Oh, well, Krishna is technically a character. My fault. Yeah, I'm tripping. Why didn't I see that? Any other place? Katak, Jagannath, Orissa. Allah's meeting place. We'll put that in there. Yeah, Allah's meeting place. That's important. That's an important location. Got to know where that is. Yeah, that's the location. And words, key words. Also, boom, keywords. We'll put altar in there. We'll put still in there, STILL, harm in there, honor in there. What else? There was a couple other ones I want. Continents. I don't know what that one means. I looked it up before, but I can look at it right now. Continents. Continents. Entranced. Bam. Entranced. Worship. Yeah, you can also look up worship if you don't know or unsure about that. You gotta keep that down, all right, Campbell? Boom. All right, so boom. So now that we got those words down, let's look up a couple for me. I see Dark Sun Bay got quiet. Yeah. And well, actually, let me not look up on this one. I was gonna look up in this old dictionary. This is the 1828 Webster, but I'm gonna hold off on that one real quick. I'm gonna go with this. Don't worry about it, man. Let me teach, bud. Okay? And turn it all the way down for me. Turn it all the way down for me.
Okay.
So we're gonna look up harm. We're gonna look up harm real quick. Harm. Page 775. Physical injury, especially that which is deliberately inflicted. Material damage, actual or potential ill effect or danger. Damage the health of. Origin, Old English, harmian, Germanic origin related to German harm. Old Norse harm, grief or sorrow. All right. So physical injury, especially that which is deliberately inflicted. And then when you look online, it actually says physical or mental injury. The other one I wanted to look up real quick is steal. Well, before I get to steal, we'll get to steal last. I'll look up continence. Continence, a person's face or facial expression. The verb to admit as accept or possible. I don't know if what did that mean? Phrases: keep one's countenance, maintain one's composure by refraining from laughter. Okay, so let's go back to that. Will light your countenance with joy. Countenance was a person's face. Oh. Boop, there it is. Okay. Okay, then with your tongue, going back to chapter 8, this is line 15. Then with your tongue the Holy One will speak, and he will smile behind your tears, will light your countenance with joy, will light your face or facial expression with joy. Why you ain't just say that? Getting all fancy with the words, man. All right. Okay, got it. Got you. I never knew that. All right, still. I need to write that in my thing real quick. And that's the other thing. So boom, I have two Qurans. You may not know. Boom. I advise you to get 2 or 3 and write in one of them to help you remember. So I'm about to write facial expression right underneath countenance. Countenance, yeah. Just so now when I read through that, I'll remember, oh yeah, duh, that's what it means. And it just can help you with studying and getting things locked in your mind. And we're going to get back to the actual, bless you, into some of the messages in a minute. It's important to look up these words just to know what we're reading. And then we go back and read it through one more time, and it locks in even more. Spirit. Yeah. I would advise you to look up spirit too. If you don't, just to steal. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Steal. Steal. Hey, Cam, listen to this. The definition of steal, okay? Not moving or making a sound.
Daddy, I always.
Yeah, I bet. All right, let me get focused. Not moving or making a sound. A deep silence and calm. Stillness. Undisturbed by wind, sound, or current. Calm and tranquil. That's powerful, man. A deep silence and calm, stillness. All right, let's get back. A deep silence, a calm. Deep silence, calm, a stillness. Let's get back into the text. Allah lives not in the noise of tongues, not in the people that's talking a whole lot. There's no way to him from any idle shrine. Allah's meeting place with man is in the heart. Oh, and I don't have my little pamphlet, but in the Quran questions for Moorish Americans, it says, where can we meet Allah? In the heart. And this is, I should go grab it, but let me focus real quick. Allah's meeting place with man is in the heart, and in a still, small voice, he speaks, and he who hears is still. So in order to hear Allah, you have to be still in a deep calmness. Shh, deep, quiet, silence. Not disturbed by any sounds and all the other things going on. Man. And the people said, teach us to know the Holy One who speaks within the heart, Allah of the still, small voice. See, now that still hits a little different, right? And harm. Let's get back to harm. It says you must bear in mind. Not you should. Not it be, kind of a good idea if you listen. But you must bear in mind that when man harms in thought, word, or deed another man, he does a wrong to Allah. And let me get the actual definition if I can real quick. Boom. Yeah. This right there. Bam. So you can see it for yourself. The Merriam-Webster.com dictionary, it says harm, physical or mental damage, injury. When man harms, physically or mentally damages, in thought, word, or deed, another man, he does a wrong to Allah. That's very deep. If you do a harm in word or thought or deed to another man. So if you physically or mentally damage another man, in deed, like in actual action, or your words, or your thoughts, you're doing a wrong to Allah. Come on, man. And I didn't say that. This just was in the book, man. This is in the book. And on the flip side, it says, if you would serve Allah, do harm to none. Do harm to none sounds very simple, but it's actually very deep. Do harm to none, nobody. So don't physically or mentally injure or harm anyone. Means we have to be very careful with our words, very careful with our thoughts, very careful with our deeds. Man, this chapter, this chapter is deep, man. And I wanted to look up Katak real quick. If anybody got any questions, any other questions, more sincere questions, not like Dark Sun Bay, please let me know. No, not kayak. Wow. Wow. Wow now. Wow, what have we found here now? Alright, let me drop this in the thing one time for the one time. Wow. You learn something new every day. Let me write this in there too. So when I went to look up Katak, Katak, that was one of the locations where Jesus was teaching by the riverside, where he's teaching to thousands of people. It first sent me to Kayak. I'm like, nah, I want Katak. And so then I seen Katak is the 8th month of the Nanakashi calendar. This month coincides with Kartik in the Hindu calendar and the Indian national calendar. Oh, that's October. But then I put in Katak, India. I searched for Katak, India, because I knew Odisha is in, or Orissa is also referred to as Odisha, which is in India. And it came up with Katak, spelled Cuttack. And so this just right off the Wikipedia. Not I need to do further research, but Katak is the former capital and the second largest city in the Indian state of Odisha. It is the headquarters of the Katak district. The name of the city is the anglicized form of Kataka, Kataka, Katak, Kataka, which literally means the fort, a reference to the ancient Barabati fort, Barabati. It almost looks like Barbary. Um, Barabati fort around which the city initially developed. Katak is known as the Millennium City as well as the Silver City due to its history of 1,000 years and famous silver filigree works. It is considered as the judicial capital of Odisha as the Orissa High Court is located here. It is the commercial capital of Odisha, which hosts many trading and business houses. The old and most important part of the city is a center of strip of land between the Kathajodi River and the Mahanadi River. The river. Wow, it's a beautiful river too. I gotta do some more studying. But this is just to verify when we're studying. Don't just think of this as just some religious or some spiritual text. Actually look up these places and you'll see, oh snap, there's actually a location. This actually correlates. It's a real place in the world. This actually happened in history. So I just wanted to note that. And also one last thing that I wanted to highlight is that it tells us, it gives us 8 things in this chapter to do. It says, I'm tripping. That's what I wanted to say. Is that key questions that you should ask yourself? What are the key messages in this chapter? Let me get my script out. Let me get these questions right. Yes. What are the key questions? What are the key messages in this chapter? Does any of this information affect you or play an importance in your life today for you or other people? How does this information help us love instead of hate? We're going to come back to that. How does this chapter help us love instead of hate? Is there something in this chapter that you disagree with? If you disagree with it, what is it based on? We're going to get back to that because I think there's something that people disagree with. Does any of this conflict or go against what you previously thought, knew, or believed? I want to focus on these 8 things that we're supposed to do. It says, if you will serve Allah who speaks within, you should serve your near of kin. You should serve those who are of no kin. You should serve the stranger at your gates. You should serve the foe who seeks to do you harm. That's 4 already. You should serve the foe who seeks to do you harm. Let's continue. You should assist the poor. You should help the weak. You should do harm to none. And you should covet not what is not yours. So it's 8 things it's telling us to do to serve Allah. The one I want to focus on is that you should serve the foe who seeks to do you harm. Ooh. Do you agree with that? No, I ain't finna. Why not? It says, when man honors man, he honors Allah. What man does for man, he does for Allah. Is your foe, is that not another man? Is that not your fellow man? We gotta love instead of hate. It's difficult. It's not easy. Yeah, I know. It's not easy. Oh no, I can't love anybody that hate me. You can't or you won't. Ooh, that's a tough question. Let me sit on that one. You can't or you won't. Come on now. I believe is that you won't. You can. You got the ability. It's laid out before us on how we can do this. But you won't. And why won't you? Why won't you? My belief is that your heart is cold. You don't recognize that the fellow man lies within them also. The so-called enemy, the so-called ops. The foe that seeks to do you harm. They are just, going back real quick, they are just a reflection distorted by the murky ethers of the flesh. Some people are not even enemies at all. The Ankh. Hey now. Sometimes it's our own insecurities, own demons, our own issues inside being projected onto other people. Sometimes it ain't nobody else but yourself. If you work on yourself, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. I don't know if you want to do it. It's a powerful chapter, though. I think I wanted to highlight, was that it? That's what I wanted to look up. Entranced. Oh yeah, I wanted to highlight both of those. I wanted to look up entranced for myself real quick. Entranced. I'm about to close it up after these last few things. If you had any questions, feel free to ask me. If you don't feel you're a little shy, I get it. You can email me at iamhhtemple@gmail.com. Entranced. Filled with wonder and delight, holding their entire attention. Cast a spell on. Got it. Got it. And all of the people, their whole attention, it's like they cast a spell, like the spell was cast on them. And we'll have Jesus as a God. And Jesus said, nah, man, I'm not your God, I'm just your brother, man. Hey, man, I'm just your brother, man. I'm just trying to show you the way, man. That's all. That's it, man. You shall not worship man. Praise Allah, the Holy One. The last thing I wanted to focus on is Jesus saying, Jesus saying, our Father Allah, and he's over in India. And you know Jesus is descendant of the Moabites, and we're connected to the Moabites too, so it's family. Um, but more specifically, it's saying to tear down your idols. Tear down your idols and turn all of your sacrifice altars. Tear down your idols because they can hear you not, and turn all your sacrificed altars or sacrificial altars into fuel for the flames. Um, make your human hearts your altars. Make your human heart. The altar is where you go up to pray. And Allah is in the. If you make your human heart your altar, and Allah is the still small voice. So if you go into your heart to pray, Allah can hear you because Allah is in.
Because Allah is the small voice.
Hey.
That's eavesdropping. That's my job.
You're eavesdropping, huh? Well, let me finish, all right, Mr. Eavesdropper. And it says, burn your sacrifices with the fire of love. So don't burn, on the shrines and your altars. Don't burn any food. Don't waste any food. And when, people make these altars and burn certain things, don't do that. Just burn the sacrifices with the fire of love. And it says if you do want to sacrifice, when you would offer a sacrifice to Allah, take your gifts of grain or meat or whatever, take your gifts and lay it on the table of the poor. So if you do want to sacrifice food, just give it to the poor. Give it to the people who need food. Don't waste it. Oh, man. All right, man. I think that's really all I wanted to highlight. Oh, well, actually, last thing. The last thing that I wanted to highlight, Jesus. I spoke about Jesus being Isa, but also understand back in chapter 2, chapter 2, line 20 says that nothing can make them one but love, that Allah so loved the world that he has clothed his son in flesh that man can comprehend. The only savior of the world is love, and Jesus, son of Mary, comes to manifest that love to men. That's what Jesus is about, to manifest that love to men, to be the representation. Love is the key. Love instead of hate. You got to do that, man. That is the way.
That is the way. That is the way. Love is the way.
Oh, man. Isa's instructions is start fresh with a clean, pure heart. All egos must fade away. Since you said that, I gotta get back into it. I was finna close him out. I gotta get back into it now that you just said it. It says, now love cannot be manifest until its way has been prepared. How do you prepare the way for love? And nothing can render the rock and bring down the lofty hills and fill the valleys up, and thus prepare the way, but purity. Turn that down, Cam. Turn it down, Bam.
Wait, oh yeah.
Turn it down. Thank you. So what you said, clean, pure heart. You can't do the loving. You can't really get that loving and manifest that love until you get that purity. And that's what John represented. John is Elizabeth's son. John represented purity, which is why it's important to study John. I'm speaking about John from the Bible also. And Jesus, the son of Mary, represented love. Love is a salvation, but you can't get there till you get to purity. And the purity, that's the whole baptizing, you know what I mean? That represents cleansing your soul, purifying yourself, but it's just symbolic. The real work got to go within. It's deep, man. It's deep. You got to study. Please study the Holy Quran, Circle 7. All the lessons brought by Noble Drali. Thank you. I appreciate you tapping in, Khalifa L. And everyone that's watching this or will watch this in the future. Love is the key. I think that's all I have for today. And I'm gonna leave. Let's leave out with the prayer. Oh, you want to get in on the prayer? All right, man. Allah,
Allah,
the Father of the
the
universe,
Father of the universe,
the Mother of
the
love,
Mother of love,
truth,
truth,
peace,
peace,
freedom,
freedom,
and justice.
and justice.
Allah is our protector,
Allah is our protector,
our guide,
and
our salvation.
our salvation.
By night and by day,
By night and by day,
through our holy prophet,
through our holy prophet,
Noble
Drew
Ali.
Ali.
I love you.
I love you.
I
I
love
love you.
All right, thank you, Bam Bam. All right.
Diddy, don't look if I put my head down and close my eyes, okay? I did not copy you just because I thought you looked cool.
All right, man. Much love to y'all. Keep shining. I know we in some hard times. Remember to represent love instead of hate. That is the way.
Stay inside. Be safe.
Peace.